Hey everybody, it's Mike and welcome back to this solo episode of the How Did It Happen podcast. And today I am going to be talking about a 7-letter word of the English language. The word is present, P-R-E-S-E-N-T. But what I find so unique about these 7 letters arranged that certain way is that there are 3 distinctly different meanings to those 7 letters. So one meaning is present, like I'm here. Another meaning is present, like nice gift. And a third meaning is present, as in great speech. I was inspired to do this episode today because today, the day I'm recording this, is the 1-year anniversary of a commencement address that I gave at Brookfield Academy in Brookfield, Wisconsin. And one of the things I talked to the students about during that address was this whole notion of being present. And I first became sort of a fan of this word present when I was in high school. And I went to high school at a very good private school called Episcopal Academy. It was started in 1785, so it goes way back, way back. And there was really no reason that I should have been at that place. I'm exaggerating a little bit because I was there and that means I was supposed to be there. So I always tell people, hey, if you're in the room, you're supposed to be in the room. So there's no imposter syndrome, there's no this or that. But when I'm a kid and I'm going to the school where none of my friends went, so I didn't want to go there. Wasn't in my neighborhood, so I didn't want to go there. Had to get on a bus. I didn't come from the same type of neighborhoods that the kids at this school came from. We didn't drive the kind of cars that the kids who went to this school drove, or their parents drove, at least until they were sophomores or whatever, and got their own cars. And it was just a different world. And I was very anxious about that world. And I remember my armpits would sweat every day. I was bad. And I would try everything and I couldn't do anything. Fortunately, I was able to get past that at some point, probably with becoming comfortable in the school, but it took a long time. But anyway, while I was at that school for all 4 years, every class, the teachers would read call your name out, do attendance or a roll call. And when they called our name, we were only allowed to say one thing. And that one word was present. We weren't allowed to say here. We weren't allowed to say yo. We weren't allowed to give a thumbs up or peace sign. We weren't allowed to do a little one of these head things that you do, like when you see somebody we weren't allowed to do any of that stuff. The only thing we were permitted to do was respond with the word present. And I have to tell you that I just didn't get it. I didn't get it. What do you mean present? Why present? It took me a long time to figure this out, but the reason that they wanted us to respond with present is because they did not care if we were here. They were thinking like anybody can be here. I mean, it's too easy to be here and somewhere else at the same time. Being present, that is different. Present means that you're an active participant, that you're ready for every lesson, for every conversation, and for every opportunity, or at least hopefully you are. And the other thing about presence and being present is it's really the most valuable present that you have to present to the world. You like how I did that? Worked all 3 of them in. And the reason is that your presence is you. It is so uniquely you, and your attention is the most valuable thing that you have to share with anyone, with the world, and especially with whomever it is that you are talking to or engaging with right this minute. And I know it's hard to be present. I struggle with it, you struggle with it, everybody struggles with it. But you know what? It's been my experience that the people who work through that struggle, who put the phone in their pocket and on silence, who put all the distractions away, who look you in the eye, not all the time, but look you in the eye and listen to what you are saying, the people that can do that, those are the people who have the biggest impact on me, on you, and on everybody that they meet, because they're giving you something that's the most precious thing they have. And people respond really, really well to that. So next time you're sitting down with someone, next time you're on the phone with someone, and I know that I'm going to get caught not being present. So this is a work in progress for all of us. But the next time we're sitting down, the next time we're on the phone with someone, the next time that someone is interested enough in you for you to be present for that and give them that gift back, just do it and see how much of a difference it makes to you, to them, to how you feel about yourself, to how your people respond to you, and ultimately to how much of a difference you can make in someone's life. So thank you for indulging me on the little discussion and wordplay on the 7 letters that spell present, present, and present, all with different meanings. And I appreciate you focusing and giving me your presence as you listen to the podcast today. I always appreciate you investing your time in this podcast, and I want to make sure that I give you some value for that time, and I hope I did today. If I did, please consider sharing the episode. And until next time, please also maximize the greatness that's within you. Maximize the presence that you have to give to other people. Make your future your property, something that you are very, very proud to own.
Hey everybody, thanks for listening to the show. And before you go, I just have 3 requests for you. 1, if you like what I'm doing, please consider subscribing or following the podcast on whatever podcast platform you prefer. If you're really into it, leave me a review, write something nice about me, give me 5 stars or whatever you feel is most appropriate. Number 2, I've got a book. It's called Ownershift: How Getting Selfish Got Me Unstuck. It's an Amazon bestseller, and I'd love for you to read it or listen to it on Audible or wherever else, Barnes & Noble, Amazon. You can get it everywhere. If you're looking for inspiration that will help you unlock your greatness and potential, order or download it today so that you can have your very own copy. And if you get it, please let me know what you think. Number 3, my newsletter. I do a newsletter every Thursday, and I talk about things that are interesting to me, and or I give more information about the podcast and the podcast guests that I've had and the experiences that I've had with them. You can sign up for the podcast today at my website, which is my name, MikeMalatesta.com. You do that right now, put in your email address, and you'll get the very next issue. The newsletter is short, thoughtful, and designed to inspire, activate, and maximize the greatness in you.